Okay, y'all. Oh shoot, a little early because I'm trying to decide if this is gonna work. For goodness sake, because my internet does not look like it wants to work. Makes me want to pull my hair out. Anybody else have that issue? Like you want to pull your hair out when the internet wants it to be done? I do. Okay. So, well, it doesn't help. But hold on just a second. We're just testing things out, see if the internet's gonna work. I don't think it is. I actually have a weird idea. I'm gonna try something. Let's see. Okay, y'all just bear with me for 1 second. I'm gonna try something. Maybe not, maybe so. Hi, YouTube friends. I think I'm on YouTube still, but I don't think I'm on Facebook. Okay, hold on. We're gonna try this for 1 second. Facebook's that. Let's see if this. I don't think I'm on Facebook. Oh, yes, I am. Becky said she's trying to watch while her grandson's playing Pee Wee football. Y'all are too funny. I don't have my tripod today. All right. So it's so weird because it says that I'm paused on Facebook, but I'm pretty sure I'm looking at myself. Nope. Okay. Okay, hang tight. 1 second. I mean, you'd think I could afford some decent Wi-Fi. Apparently. Okay. How are we doing? Still frozen. Still frozen. I think we're actually good on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, can you comment? That'd be great. I mean, you guys did comment a minute ago, but I don't know if it's still working. Broadcast interrupted. That's real annoying. Okay, let's see if we get it back. Okay, YouTube's rocking. I don't know what the deal is, but I can, like, maybe I should use YouTube. Maybe. Because it seems to like always work on YouTube, which is kind of bizarre. Okay, I think we're back up and running on Facebook now. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm excited to chat for a minute tonight. We're going to be short tonight because I actually have like homework for you to do. I don't know if you'll do it, but maybe you will. What? I know Facebook knows that I don't like it. Is that what it is? Like it knows? Maybe it does. And so it doesn't let me. I'm going to try to do it on a different browser. How are you, YouTube people? Are you great? How's the week? September. So many amazing things are happening. Oh gosh, do I know my password? Probably not. Let's see if that worked. It sure did. Okay, let's see if it'll let me try. We're gonna try one more time, and if not, no. Maybe we'll be on YouTube, and that's it. We shall see. It doesn't act like it wants to move very fast, which is really annoying. It's super annoying. Okay. Yes, you can use my camera and my microphone. Oh, just kidding. It wants me to use the latest version of Chrome. Maybe that's what's wrong, is like my version of Chrome is old, maybe. Maybe this page. I don't know. All right. Here's what we're going to do. No.
Your phone isn't eating?
My phone is working. I just don't want to do it on my phone. But I will. But I will. Can you give me that tripod right there? Huh? I know.
You live on it?
Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. So that's the thing, is I don't actually know that it's I don't really know that it's our internet. I mean, I think it probably is, but my phone isn't on Wi-Fi. Oh, shoot. What? I don't know what you're saying.
You have your phone recording on Wi-Fi, or you just have a computer on both?
I tried both. Yeah, that's what I was saying it might be. Okay. We want to go live. Maybe he would like to go live. Oops, I don't want to go that close to live with my face. Sorry, y'all. I know you have other crap to do than watch me get my camera together, or attempt to get my camera together. But no, don't forget to pull up. All right, here we go. We're going to roll. We're just going to make it work, y'all. I don't love this thing. Just is what it is. That is what it is. Okay, so we are on YouTube and Facebook, and we're going to see what happens. I've been on YouTube for 7.5 minutes. I tried to be on Facebook, and it didn't want to work, and I'm really irritated with that. So whatever. How are you guys? Y'all, I'm tired. Isn't that just what you want to hear somebody say? Talk about how tired they are? I just am. And I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to tell you the solution that I have for it. It's called sleep. No, I have other solutions, though. Hey, all the way from Nova Scotia. That's far way away. Leanne, I'm glad you're here. I was just asking my YouTube friends how they are. And Chrissy said, it's a great week, and she's excited for fall weather around here. Fall fragrances, excited customers, and bookings are coming along with new teamies, right? Yes. All of those things. This has been a huge, huge week. So before we kind of get started, as you guys are joining us, another Nova Scotia. Is that what I said a minute ago? I can't remember. My brain is already not working. I'm glad y'all are here. Missouri, that's a lot closer to me, Deb. Missouri is a lot closer. Alabama. I love seeing where you're from. That makes me smile. So I was saying I'm tired. I am tired because we're like just in this big transition. One, our business is transitioning, which has been amazing. Telling you what, the first of the month was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. So that transition, and then if you have kids in school like I do, like going back to school and getting back in routine and all of those things. Hi, Victoria from Northern California. I'm a fan of Northern California. I'm a fan of all of California, but there's Andrea from San Diego. I really love San Diego. Hi, Karen. So just transition has got me in a tizzy a little bit. Hi, Phaedra. Reese's watching from Ohio. Transitions got me in a tizzy. And so I do have some solutions. I'm going to share with you some solutions that have worked for me every time this kind of happens. It's like a shift in, sometimes it's seasonal, sometimes it's family life, right? Like for me, it's putting 4 kids back in school. And I forget every year the sheer amount of papers that come home. Like it's a lot. And every year I'm like, no more papers. Why are there so many papers? There's so many papers. Am I going to the Epic Back to School Bash on Saturday? I'm not. We're not. We're having a birthday party for Lucy on Saturday, so you're not going to be there. Anyways, but do you guys feel like that? Do you ever get, especially as we transition to a new season in business and all of the amazing things that go back with that, right? New products, new promotions, and great, amazing things to share with customers and potential team members. Like holy cow, all of those things. But God, it can become overwhelming. And I think that's where I found myself, especially even tonight. Like I got in that little bit of a tizzy place where I was a little bit irritable, and I don't like that place. I don't like feeling like that. I don't like feeling out of control. I think it's probably a lot of things for me. We had a retreat here this weekend, which by the way was unbelievable. It was like the biggest gift to me. We had 5 incredible women here, and they brought me so much life. And it was just such a huge gift. And I think that they just with some really great friendships and all those things. It was really good. And lots of tools in their tool bucket. Lots of tools. Oh, Rachel's pregnancy exhausted. Look, that's a whole nother level of exhaustion. Whole nother level. So I am here with you with that. Like, I get it. So the question becomes, what do we do when we're kind of in a season of transition or when things are shifting and changing? And how do we do that well? And how do we make sure that, and honestly, for me, the bigger, it's twofold. The product transition is one thing, but the bigger thing for me is my kids going back to school. And I get to the end of summer and I'm ready because I'm ready for the routine, but then it also just totally wears me out. Totally wears me out. So, if you're there, I totally understand that. And I want to share with you some tools that have worked for me in the past. And I think hopefully it will help you. So I'm going to share an actual document with you tonight that is sort of like, it's basically a worksheet. I don't know. It's a document that I made in Google Docs that I'm going to share with you guys that really talks about how do we look at what we're doing and how do we decide what to do when. So one of the biggest things I hear from women when we're doing coaching or when we're talking about accountability is, I don't know what to do first. And I think we had this conversation last week on here. I don't know what to do first. I don't know when it's time to work what I should sit down and do first. I just was really excited to talk. And so I started talking and I didn't introduce myself. Sorry. Let me do that. Let's back up. Okay. Brian's on. That means he got all the kids successfully today. Thanks, babe. You're a trooper. And thanks for making dinner when I didn't feel like it tonight. So welcome to Online Steps to Success. We're live every Thursday night at 8:30 Central Time. Just, sometimes just to see what I have to say about who knows what. And sometimes I have something really intentional I want to tell you. And tonight I have something really intentional I want to tell you. But every week, no matter what, my biggest goal for you is to help you dream really big dreams with your business, because what an incredible opportunity you have to do that. I want you to work smarter, not harder. And I want you to change the world and make money while you're doing it, because that's important. Money is a great resource, so it's important. So those are the things that are so important to me, and and everything that we do and everything that we share is filtered through that lens of, does this help you do that? Tonight is really about working smarter. Anytime I get in that place where I feel just totally overwhelmed, and you may be there, or you may have been there, or maybe you have a team member that's there and they're kind of thinking, I don't know where to go from here. One of the things I hear so much is, I feel like there's so much to do, so I do nothing. Well, that's not going to grow us. That's not going to change your business, right? That's not going to change your circumstances. And the reality is sometimes we can't change our circumstances. So I am in this very full realization that I've got 4 kiddos in school, and I'm going to have 4 kiddos in school for a very long time. And that, honestly, I don't want to say it brings stress on parents, but it's a lot to manage if you've got kids in school. From 4 o'clock on, we're in the trenches, looking through 3 different kids' folders, handwriting. We did cursive tonight. Cursive. cursive practice. And I didn't do the cursive, but man, sometimes to watch it is painful, right? So we did cursive practice. We're reading every night, flashcards, multiplication, sight words, all the things, and then all the papers that they bring home, right? It's a lot. That's my circumstance right now, and it's not going to change. One of the things we talk a lot about our retreats is when we have trouble spots in our lives. Maybe it's with your business, maybe it's with your maybe it's with the rhythm in your home. We look at where those trouble spots are and we try to start to brainstorm, how can we make that trouble spot something that actually thrives? So I call this like creating rhythms. And this is actually one of the things that we walk through in our retreats, different than what I'm going to show you tonight. Tonight's very business oriented, but also the same, because what I'm going to teach you tonight can work in your personal life too. So let's say that let's just talk about the concept of sitting down to work your business. When I hear people say so many times over and over again, I just don't know what to do when I sit down to work. I don't know what to do first. So Brian and I watched this show called The Profit. And if you haven't watched it, it is an incredible show. I love everything about it. But Marcus Lemonis, isn't that his name, babe? Yes, Marcus Lemonis. He is the guy that this show is about, and it's profit, like Profit, like profit. He has this framework through which he does everything, and that is that people come first, then the process, and then the product. And my biggest recommendation to you would be that as you start to say, all right, I need a rhythm for when I sit down to work, what does that look like? Well, that looks like you looking at your tasks at hand and saying, okay, people come first, then the process, and then the product. So what does that look like practically? So I am going to share with you a sheet when we're done here, and we're going to be pretty short because I'm basically going to explain this process to you, and then I want you to kind of get in the trenches and do the work. So the process is that you're going to essentially look at all of your tasks. I want you to write down everything that you are doing for your business. This is something that comes up over and over again in coaching. It comes up over and over again whenever we have retreats or we're sitting with women, because it often feels like there's so much to do, right? And there is, but we want to make sure that we are sorting those things and putting them in the right order so that the things that are the most important, the things that can drive your business to grow the fastest, that they get done first. So that starts with people. So first thing you're going to do, you're not going to do this right now because I'm going to explain it to you, and then I'm going to share something with you that you can kind of sit and work through on your own. You're going to start by making a giant list of all the things that you do for your business, every single thing. And what will happen is you'll start to make this list and you'll be like, oh, I guess not too bad. I don't do all the things. And then you'll continue making lists, and you'll think of something else and something else and something else, and your list will continue to grow. And that's fine. I want you to put it all on paper. But then what you're going to do is you're going to go through and you're going to look at that list through two different lenses. Where does this fall in people, process, and product? For instance, let me give you an example. Reaching out to a team member via text or on a phone call or FaceTime, that is people, right? That's us connecting with people. Doing one-on-one coaching, that's people. What else? Give me another people example. Somebody give me a people example and you get a gold star. Those are people examples. People examples have to do with people. Oh, following up with customers. If you're going to work on building your relationships with customers, following up with customers, tending to those relationships, that has to do with people. Okay. So those would be the things that you do first on your list. The second part of that is process. So process is anything that supports you doing the work. How do we do the work? So in my mind, this business is pretty cut and dry when it comes to the certain areas that you need to have intentional goals set around. That is, apparently I'm dead for some of you. Some of you are still commenting though, so I'm going to keep talking. We're going to see what's going to happen. We're talking about process. So process is anything that supports your business growing. How do we do the thing? I was talking about the 5 areas. So we have sales, team building, sponsoring, right? List building. Every time I say that, people are like, what does that mean? It means that you're in a network marketing business and you have to be constantly growing your list. So we need to have goals centered around how are we going to do that? We have to be intentional about that. If we're not intentional about it, it doesn't happen, right? So sales, recruiting, list building, leadership. So that would mean either leading yourself, or if you have team members, then leading those team members. That's leadership. And then personal growth. So we look at those 5 areas and we say, how? So the question becomes, well, how do I do those things? How am I going to build my list? How am I going to generate sales? How am I going to bring new recruits to my team? How am I going to invest in my personal growth, right? So that's the process. So that would look like, for instance, we've done a lot with email lately in terms of our team and our customers, and it's working really, really well for us. And we're focusing on growing those email lists. So if email is one of my processes, then the process becomes I need to write and send emails, right? That comes after people. Another process would be onboarding new consultants. Yes, they are people, but texting those people, getting them plugged in, that's connecting to people. The process, though, is to get them onboarded. So maybe your process looks like you've got an email drip or a text drip that they get as you're onboarding. Maybe you put them on your team page and there's folders that they need to work through, right? Whatever the onboarding process is, that is working on process. Okay. Am I making sense to y'all? I think I lost some of you for a little bit, but you're back. I mean, I lost you because you couldn't see me. And then the last part of that is then we're going to focus on product. So the third thing we're going to spend our time doing is actually physically putting our hands on product, whether that's sorting orders, whether that's labeling things, whatever it has to do with the physical product, that comes third. I think the biggest mistake people make sometimes is they flip them. They put product first, and then they do it however what they usually do is they put product first and then people and then process. And what I find so often when coaching and working with women is that they can sell really well and they're good at the product part, but their business isn't growing the way they want to. And that largely has to do with a lack of intention on building and fostering relationships, that is people, right? And there's a lack of process. So there isn't a process to make things happen. And that long term becomes detrimental. And so when you can look at your business, especially if you're brand new, and say, all right, these are the things that I need to do to grow my business. How do we do them? That's the process, right? And then how do I make sure those things go in order? So the document I'm going to share with you, it's just a Google Doc. You can't edit it, but you can print it, you can copy it, and you can utilize it for yourself. What it basically does is walks you through, this is how we make a task list. This is how we evaluate that task list. And then what we do is we go in and we decide, are these monthly, weekly, or daily tasks? You're going to have things that need to be done daily. And daily means however many days a week you're working your business. You may have committed to be working 3 days a week on your business. Well, that means those tasks would happen 3 days that week because that's your work week. Does that make sense? Weekly tasks are things that need to be done once a week, and monthly tasks need to be done one time a month, right? So then we start to fill in those gaps. What we're doing essentially is creating a plan to help prevent you from being overwhelmed and to prevent you from saying, I'm sitting down, it's time to work. Where do I start? Anytime you sit down and you feel overwhelmed, you always start with people. Always start with people. And here's why. This is a relationship-based business. It is with your team. It is with your customers. So when you can put your focus first on people, you're going to see that your business is going to reap more benefits down the road. But I want you to really put your eyes on the tasks that you're doing and ask yourself why, Ask yourself if there's a better way. And then ask yourself the order in which you're doing them. Because what I find is people so often put so much focus on product, and then there's no process and very little people interaction. And what that does is it creates a business where you aren't growing, you aren't producing other leaders, you aren't equipping and empower other people. So that's why it's so vital and important that we put people first, then we focus on the process, and then we go to product. Does that make sense? Okay. So I'm going to have to post this after. That's why I was trying to do it on my dang computer. Okay, hold on. I'm going to pull this. I'm going to try to post this link. I don't know if I can post a link on YouTube. I'm going to try to post this link on YouTube right now of this. So, and this is what I call business rhythms. So I love the idea of systems. I love the idea of doing the same thing every Monday. I love all of that. It just doesn't work for me. And I think what's important is that you figure out what works for you, and that regardless of what your system or your rhythm is, that you put things in the right order. Don't negate the importance of people and the importance of a process, because all of those things matter immensely. So I'm going to see if I can get this on YouTube real fast. I don't know if it's going to post a link. Phaedra, if you're watching on YouTube, will you let me know if that link works? And if someone's feeling real, hold please. Oh, now my connection is unstable. Got mad because I tried to do extra things. Okay. I love it when it says you have a new consultant in your domain. Hey, Pam, congratulations on your new consultant. Girl, you're rocking it. Rocking it. Hey, husband, I'm emailing you something. Can you post this link when you get it? Okay, cool. So the thing I want to say about rhythms is, okay, so the link on YouTube is working. I'm going to try to get Brian to post the link on Facebook, and we'll see what happens. And if we can't post it in the comments, then we'll just post it when we're done. And I probably will post it when I'm done. So the other thing that I want you to think about is that this concept of rhythms and this concept of kind of saying, okay, when I sit down to work, so that's the context that we're talking in, right? When I sit down to work, this is what I do first. I start with people, then I go to process, then I go to product. Well, the same thing can work in your life, and not necessarily that you're going to think about people, process, product, but that you're going to think about what comes first. Whether that's in your morning routine, whether that's in your after school routine, any place there's a problem. There wasn't a comment about Pam from a Recruit Babe. It was an email. I need you to check your email, and I sent you a link in there, and then post it if you can. I pulled up my email to email you, and I saw that Pam got a recruit. That's what I was saying. So any trouble spot you have in your life really works. This concept can work well to put some rhythms in place. We even have what we call home rhythms now. I mean, I call them home rhythms. I don't know what Brian calls them. He doesn't do them, so it doesn't matter. But like things that I do just to keep our house on track, right? Like meal planning and grocery shopping and watering my plants and all sorts of those things. You can put a rhythm in place around anything. It's just being intentional about doing it. So the link is working, I think, and it hasn't been posted on Facebook yet, but I think he's going to try. So on what I'm sharing with you is just a simple Google Doc, and I mean, I would call it a worksheet. It's basically how you create some business rhythms. And it starts with you just really listing out all your tasks. You're going to go through, ask yourself some hard questions. Thanks, Mo. Yeah, I know it's read only, babe. I would just want you to post the link here. Yeah, I can't make it editable because then everybody would just edit it and it wouldn't work. So it's just read only. So it's just basically you can print it and work through it. I can see that some of you have already looked at it. But it's just going to help you put some better rhythms. Yeah, I want you to post the link. He didn't know he was going to have to do this. That's why I was trying to broadcast on my computer so I could just post the link from one to the other. But I'm on my phone, it's the whole thing, such is life. So you're going to work through that and kind of look through, how do I analyze these tasks that I'm doing for my business, and then really look at what are each of these supporting. Are they supporting people, process, or product? And then we're going to put them in the right order, that we're going to do people first, then focus on process, and then focus on product, and not the other way around. Don't get wrapped up in this lie that it always has to be about product, because really long term, if that is your only focus and that's the only thing that ever gets done, you're going to miss out on those relationships and that focus on people. So that's the order we're going for. Okay. So I don't know if that link's going to show because he posted it, and I don't see it, but I don't know if it's going to show or not. But if it doesn't, I'm going to post it as soon as we get off, right on the page. So you'll be able to see it and then utilize it. So sound good? Okay. I hope this was helpful. I know we're really short tonight, but I don't think you can post the link as a audience member. So I'm going to post it on the page as soon as we get off of here. And that way you'll have access to it. Again, it's just a read-only document. You're welcome to print it. You're welcome to share it with your team members. But it's just a helpful way for you to start to put your tasks in order. And the biggest thing I want you to remember is when you sit down to work, the things that come first are people, then process, and then product. When you can start to order your business around that, you're going to see really great things happen. You're going to see growth happen, and you're going to feel good about knowing, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and this feels really good. Anytime we focus on people, it always comes out like that. Okay. Okay, fantastic. Love y'all.
Oh, you weren't talking? I thought you were done.
No, I was just kind of reading a comment. I am done. I don't think you posted the link. I don't think they can see it. I'm just going to post it when we're done.
Did you see it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I can see it on my end.
I know, but it's because you posted it.
No.
It doesn't it's smart. Like, it doesn't let people watching post links, because then, they can post whatever they want, I guess,
You can say whatever you want.
Well, I can say whatever I want because it's my broadcast. But do you see what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
if I posted it under Online Steps, maybe?
Yeah, but it's fine. I'll just post it in a second. Okay.
What's up, guys?
Love
y'all. Hey, Michael. I saw you on there.
Talk to you later.
See you guys.
Maybe if I can finish it.